Well, I'm DougCurran. I'm a family doc in Athens, Texas, and I get the privilege of introducing to you all Josie R. Williams, MD. She is receiving the Texas Medical Association's Outstanding Achievement Award. It's the highest award we give any TMA member, and Josie deserves this award. It fits her to a T. It's such a privilege to get to tell you about Josie and to introduce you to her. I'm a family doc in East Texas, and I've taken advantage of Josie and all her wisdom in quality issues for a long time, so it's great for me to share with you about her. And I want to begin the conversation talking about how it all started for her. She began in 1962 practicing nursing. She had completed her training at Sparks Memorial Hospital in Fort Smith, Arkansas. And she practiced nursing there and trained in the nursing profession for some time. Realizing the opportunity in further health care and moving forward with being more of a professional, she decided maybe medical school was in things for her. So she went to Texas A&M College and graduated there from Texas A&M in 1971. And after finishing at Texas A&M, went directly from there to the University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio and finished her medical degree, all of it with honors. Josie doesn't do anything but top shelf stuff all the way. She was AOA as well as graduated from medical school with honors. Proceeded on to a specialty residency in internal medicine and gastroenterology. And after accomplishing that, then she moved forward to work in the military, spent quite a bit of time in the military, both in the Philippines and in Vietnam, and has done all kinds of work in that area, and it's been outstanding serving our country. It's just the outstanding things that Josie, that's what she does. She began her practice in internal medicine, gastroenterology, worked in clinics for quite a while, and then after working in clinics, she moved back to Texas A&M and started working with Nancy Dickey to develop the Rural Health Initiative, which improved quality for rural hospitals. And this made an enormous difference for those of us who practice in rural areas. We were able to really improve our quality of care. Josie worked really hard to develop evidence-based standards for us to live by, and it worked great. And it really helped us. It allowed us a place to send a chart for evaluation. She was just fabulous in getting all those things done. You know, Josie was on the floor of getting women in medicine. She plowed the hard dirt. In her class, I would dare say there were just a handful of ladies. Now it's 50%. My understanding is right at 42,000 women now in medical schools. It's a great thing to see our ladies doing the things they ought to be doing. We're moving in the right direction, and we're moving in that direction because of great ladies like Josie Williams. It's just such a privilege to have gotten to know her and to work with her. You know, I think it's important that we look at some things that really make the ladies in medicine special. And I think one of the things that, or some of the things that make them that way include their authenticity and their persistence and their honesty. And for Josie, it was a gracious spirit. You know, her authenticity, she was the real deal. I mean, when you met Josie, that's what you got, that's what you were going to get, that's what you got on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, etc. She was the real deal. She was the real thing. And Josie's persistence was just unbelievable. She worked really hard to get everything done. She would not give up. She kept working until she got it right. She made sure that our quality measures were absolutely perfect. She was just an amazing lady when it came to getting the job done. And, you know, like I said, she was, her honesty, it was just amazing. Her integrity, her character, made us all better. If you stood close to Josie, you had to do the right thing because that's who she was. And her gracious spirit, it was always about the patient. It was always about making it better for the profession. That's what made her really good at what she did. And she saw the wisdom of making all this happen through the Texas Medical Association and through the American Medical Association. She knew organized medicine was strategic to our success in patient care. She even worked trying to fix the American Medical Association. She formed the cow chip caucus so that we could get some things done with quality. She led that. And if you want to know more about the cow chip caucus, you ask Dr. Williams when you get a chance to visit with her about it. Maybe she'll tell us more when she speaks. She's been a really special lady, and it's such a privilege for me to get to introduce you to Josie Williams, the recipient of the Outstanding Achievement Award from the Texas Medical Association. Thanks, Josie, for our friendship, and thanks for what you've done for medicine. We are so grateful, and congratulations on your award.
Good morning, and thank you. Before I start, I want to say thank you to Lou Goodman for the many, many years that he gave us. Lou led us with his brilliance and his leadership to new heights, to a place where we probably could not have gotten without his leadership. Lou, we will miss you very much. Rest in peace, and know that you will forever be in our hearts. And now, first I've got to say thank you to Doug. Doug, you have been a friend for many, many years, and I want to say thank you for the time you've given to medicine, for that introduction. I want to thank your family and even your cows and your blueberries for giving you the time to spend with us, to lead us, and to brilliantly and calmly get us through some very tough times. I have to smile every time I think about the times we spent at the table together, working for medicine and physicians and patients, working with the Blues, trying to get them to do things a little better and a little easier for all of us. Only in America can penniless, bronc-riding, hay-pitching, cow-milking, female, young, rural, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Texas girl in the early 40s and 50s, growing up, had the audacity in America to dream a dream, to dream that one day they would be a physician, having no idea how to get there, and not having any other means of knowing how to get there. But that dream did come true, and for that I'll be eternally grateful. And the changes I've seen in medicine have been remarkable. From the days of perhaps 100 active drugs and oxygen tents and tanks at the bedside, to essentially ineffective CPR, to the point where you're doing gene splicing and growing organs and all the other things that you do today. Medicine has just been an amazing journey, and for that I'll be eternally grateful. I want to take this time to say how very proud I am of you, Texas Medicine, the House of Delegates, TMA. You have done us so proud, and I am so very thankful to have been a part of that, to have had the opportunity to grow with you, to work with you, and for this award, I can only say thank you. You humble me in giving me this award. It's one I've always thought of that belonged to Texas giants of medicine, and I certainly don't fit that protocol. And yes, Bill Hinchey and Steve Brotherton, I can hear you out there. I don't fit any protocol. That's probably what you're thinking. But for those of you who know some of these folks, I stand on the shoulders and principles of some awesome leaders, some awesome physicians, whom I must say thank you to. Dr. Arthur McPhee, who really encouraged the acceptance of my most improbable medical school application. Dr. Coates and Nixon, whose practice in Floresville taught me to trust my instincts and to take care of patients. Dr. Chuck Coleman taught me to believe in myself and to believe myself capable. And from organized medicine, Dr. Ruth Baines, Margie Peschel, Betty Stevenson, Nancy Dickey, who pushed me, guided me, encouraged me to make a difference in organized medicine where I could, and the importance of doing that. And through the years, so many, many physicians, and I'll probably miss some, but Dr. Miley Durham, Jim Bob Brain, David Vanderpool, Robert Tenery, Mark Kabbalah, Phil Berry, Mark Lemonsdorf, Hugh Lemonsdorf, John Howe, LaDon Homer, Alan Baum. At one time or another, each and every one of them taught me when to be quiet, when to talk, how to lead, and when to lead. For that, I thank them for their leadership, for their insight, and for their guidance. I must thank the TMA staff, the Mar Delta County Medical Society, Board of Counselors, and anyone else, the ones who encouraged them to nominate me for this award. I truly say thank you for your belief in me and your courage. So many of you are friends who I've worked with on many councils, committees, and both at the TMA House and the AMA House of Delegates. You deserve this award far more than I do. Thank you for your leadership, your fellowship, your friendship. And I must thank Dr. David Stewart, who's my partner, who thought that somebody ought to do organized medicine, but it wasn't him. And he was thankful that I would do so. My Lord Jesus and my family, my grandmother Bridges truly inspired me to be the best I could be. My lifelong supporters and siblings, Naomi, Joanne, Dan, Donna, Bill, Jan, my nieces and nephews who've been such a huge part of my life, and say thank you to them for putting up with me, for supporting me, for loving me, even when I was unlovable. I thank you and I love you. As a physician, you have done us so proud, and I want to take a special moment to say, during this special time of COVID with diseases and challenges in medicine like we haven't seen since the Spanish flu in 2018, in 1918, 1919, 1920. This is the time that you have given yourself selfishly, you have given yourselves with all your abilities, you've fought the fight, you've stayed in the course, and I and the world salute each and every one of you for that, and thank you so much for your faithfulness and your dedication. And then I want to say, I wished I had something really ultimately of wisdom to impart to you, but I don't. But what I do know is that medicine is the greatest profession of all time. Even in our times of weakness, even in our times of despair, even in our times of frustration with the government and its interference. For my patients, I always thought that my motto was to take good care of each patient every day as it came before me. And I hope you will honor our profession and be very proud of what you do and why you do it. Love this world and love our profession. There's no better world, no better profession, no better thing that we could do than to care for people, care for patients, and be worthy to serve those who are suffering, those who depend on us, those who look to us. So with those words, I leave you to love our profession, love this world in which you live and work as a physician. I hope you can love each day as being a physician as I have. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you so very much for this award, which is truly humbling and is really much more than I could have ever thought or hoped for, and certainly never dreamed to get. But now that I have, I appreciate it and I thank you.